They paid less, and the truck lasted quite some time without any serious problems. The Nissan pickup trucks are better built than their cars, so they don't have all the problems.
New pickup prices have shot up, and with them came layers of electronics, complicated drivetrains, and monthly payments that bite. But trucks are tools first. If a model earned its reputation hauling, towing, and commuting without drama, a smart used example can deliver the same muscle for tens of thousands less, often with simpler, proven hardware and lower insurance costs. That's the sweet spot of this list. Pickups where the used market gives you the best version of the truck for the money, not a compromise. We'll point to model years that balance durability, availability, and parts support, and note what to check before buying so you avoid headaches. From rock-solid workhorses to smooth daily drivers that still tow a weekend trailer, these are the pickups that punch above their price when you buy them used. Not because they're flashy, but because they just work. Let's count them down. Number 12. Honda Ridgeline, 2017 to 2019. If your truck life leans toward commuting, home improvement runs, camping gear, and the occasional small boat, a used second-gen Ridgeline is a quiet slam dunk. It's a unibody pickup, so it rides like a comfortable SUV, yet it still carries a legit payload and tows modestly for its class. The interior is roomy, the seats are supportive, and road noise is impressively low for something with a bed. Under the hood is Honda's long-running V6 paired to a smooth automatic, and the iVT M4 all-wheel drive system makes quick work of rain, snow, and dirt roads without drama. Why it's better used than new? Capability hasn't changed much year to year, but the price has. A clean 2017 to 2019 gives you the core Ridgeline experience. Quiet, efficient, fuss-free, without paying modern truck premiums. You still get the party tricks that matter. The in-bed trunk, lockable and huge, a dual-action tailgate that swings or drops, and a bed that resists dents and corrosion thanks to its composite liner. What to look for? Confirm the bed trunk drains are clear, make sure the all-wheel drive engages smoothly on full lock turns, and check maintenance records for regular fluid changes. If you plan to tow frequently near the limit, add a transmission cooler and use a proper brake controller. Ridgeline can tow, but it's at its best as a supremely civilized daily that happens to have a bed. Bottom line, for buyers prioritizing comfort, reliability, and clever utility over brute force towing, a used Ridgeline delivers 95% of the real-world experience of a new one at a much friendlier price. Number 11. Nissan Frontier, 2014 to 2019. The previous gen Frontier is a time capsule in the best way. It's a classic body-on-frame pickup with a stout rear axle, simple controls, and few surprises. The 4.0-liter V6 has a reputation for taking miles without complaint when serviced on schedule, and even the base inline-4 can serve well as a light-duty runabout. Crew cab models offer adult-usable back seats, and Pro 4X trims add skid plates, Bilstein shocks, and a locking rear differential that make trail days easy. Why it's better used than new? When the redesigned Frontier arrived, prices climbed, but the job description didn't change much. The older truck's simplicity is a feature, not a flaw. Less to break, cheaper to fix, and still fully capable of hauling lumber, dirt bikes, or a compact camper. You're paying for proven mechanicals instead of the latest screen size. What to look for? Inspect frame and underbody for rust on trucks from salty climates. Listen for rear leaf spring squeaks, bushings are cheap, and verify the transmission shifts cleanly, manual or automatic. If possible, choose a later year example with the improved infotainment and backup camera. Pro 4X trucks should lock the rear diff quickly when engaged. Slow engagement can be a sign to change diff fluid and check wiring. Bottom line, the used Frontier is honest, durable, and affordable. It's the kind of truck you buy to get things done, not to impress the neighbors. And that's exactly why it shines on the used market. Number 10. Ford Ranger, 2019 to 2021. The Ranger's return to the U.S. in 2019 put Ford right back in the midsize mix. Powered by a turbocharged 2.3-liter EcoBoost 4 paired with a 10-speed automatic, it surprised many with strong acceleration and fuel economy that often beat its rivals. It's built on a global platform proven in markets like Australia, which means solid bones underneath. For light hauling, weekend trailers, and family duty, a lightly used Ranger is often smarter than shelling out for new. Why it's better used than new? Depreciation works in your favor here. Early models still carry the same engine, transmission, and frame as new ones, yet prices have dropped substantially. Ford hasn't made dramatic updates, so you're not missing much except sticker shock. Plus, these years still had simpler infotainment compared to newer versions with more tech layers to glitch. What to look for? Ensure the 10-speed shifts smoothly without jerks, and check service records for transmission fluid changes. Inspect the cooling system. Some owners report radiator leaks at higher mileage. Rust protection is decent, but northern trucks deserve a close look underneath. FX4 packages add off-road toughness, so if you like trails, they're worth hunting down. Bottom line, the Ranger's combination of punchy turbo power, reasonable size, and a proven global platform make it one of the best used buys in the midsize segment. Number 9. Chevrolet Colorado / GMC Canyon, 2017 to 2020. Chevy's Colorado and GMC's Canyon share bones, but offer different trims, from work truck basic to leather-trimmed Denali. Buyers could choose a 2.5-liter four-cylinder, a stronger V6, or the rare 2.8-liter Duramax diesel that delivers impressive towing muscle and outstanding fuel economy for a midsize. Crew cab models are spacious, and the trucks drive more like a crossover than a full-sizer. Why it's better used than new? The diesel models especially shine on the used market, because they command less premium now than when new. Reliability ratings for the 2017 to 2020 years are better than the earliest models, and you still get the same practical bed and interior layouts as current trucks. For light towing, the V6 strikes the balance of cost, power, and long-term durability. What to look for? On diesels, listen for injector noise and check service history. Fuel filters and oil changes are critical. On all versions, make sure infotainment systems respond properly. Early bugs were fixed by software updates. Look closely at rear leaf springs and shocks on trucks used for towing. They wear faster when pushed hard. Bottom line, the Colorado and Canyon cover a lot of bases, from budget runabout to efficient tow rig, and a well-cared-for used one gives you nearly all the same value as a new one without the financial stretch. Number 8. Ford F-150, 2009 to 2014, 5.0 5.8. These F-150s are squarely in the sweet spot, modern enough to be comfortable and safe, yet old enough to be affordable and straightforward to maintain. The 5.0-liter Coyote V8 is the gem here, offering smooth power and proven longevity. Configurations are endless: regular cab, super cab, super crew, multiple bed lengths, so it's easy to find one that fits your needs. Payload and towing figures remain competitive even today. Why it's better used than new? Depreciation took the sting out long ago, and these trucks are old enough that most major issues are known. The 5.0 avoids the complexity of turbocharging and delivers a long service life with regular oil changes. The interiors are tough and functional, and parts availability is unmatched. Aftermarket support makes repairs cheap and easy. What to look for? Check cam phaser noise on high-mileage 5.0s. A known issue, but often just noisy rather than destructive. Look for rust on rocker panels and cab corners in northern states. Transmission should shift cleanly. Fluid changes extend life significantly. Avoid neglected EcoBoost models in this generation unless service history is immaculate. Bottom line, a used F-150 with the 5.0 V8 is about as bulletproof as half-tons come, offering serious capability and long-term reliability at a fraction of new truck cost. Number 7. Chevrolet Silverado 2500 HD 2015 to 2019 6.0 gas. When it comes to heavy-duty pickups, the used market is often kinder to gas engines than diesels. That's exactly why the Silverado 2500 HD with the 6.0-liter V8 stands tall on this list. It's simple, durable, and far cheaper to maintain than its Duramax diesel sibling. The truck is built on a rock-solid frame with heavy-duty axles, and it can tow more than enough for most boaters, landscapers, or RV owners. Why it's better used than new? Modern HD trucks cost eye-watering amounts, but capability hasn't changed dramatically. The 2015 to 2019 models deliver 90% of the utility with far less upfront cost. The 6.0 gas engine is old-school dependable. No turbochargers, no DEF fluid, fewer sensors to fail. That's exactly why fleet operators ran these trucks hard with confidence. What to look for? Listen for ticking lifters at idle, often harmless but worth checking. Inspect suspension bushings if the truck has hauled heavy trailers, and confirm the transmission shifts smoothly under load. Rust-prone states demand a close look at brake and fuel lines. If it has a fifth-wheel hitch installed, inspect the bed for cracks or stress. Bottom line, this is the definition of buy it once, use it forever. A used 2500 HD gasser is tough, affordable, and still overbuilt for most owners' needs. Number 6. Ford F-250/F-350 Super Duty 2017 to 2019 6.2 gas. Ford's Super Duty lineup is a staple of construction sites and ranches across the country. While power-stroke diesels get all the press, the 6.2-liter gas V8 deserves the spotlight for buyers who want fewer headaches. It's less complicated, cheaper to maintain, and still hauls and tows beyond what most half-tons can dream of. Paired with Ford's heavy-duty chassis, these trucks shrug off work abuse. Why it's better used than new? Depreciation on HD trucks is steep, especially for gas-powered ones. The 2017 to 2019 6.2 models are proven, plentiful, and thousands cheaper than new. Ford has updated styling since, but mechanically these trucks remain highly capable. You don't lose out on much other than the fresh body lines and fancier interiors. What to look for? Check the transmission fluid, especially if the truck has towed regularly. Listen for exhaust manifold leaks on high-mileage trucks. Ensure 4x4 engages smoothly, and inspect the front axle U-joints. Because many were used for work, look at tailgate hinges, seat bolsters, and bed condition for signs of heavy wear. Bottom line, if you want a dependable, no-nonsense workhorse that avoids the costly maintenance of diesel ownership, a used 6.2 Super Duty is an easy win. Number 5. Nissan Titan, 2017 to 2019, 5.6 V8. The Titan doesn't get the sales volume of its American rivals, but that's part of its charm on the used market. You get more truck for less money. The 5.6-liter Endurance 5.8 is strong and smooth, backed by a 7-speed automatic that shifts confidently. Crew cab models are roomy, and trims like the Pro 4X add real off-road capability. Despite its underdog status, the Titan is solidly built and comfortable on the highway. Why it's better used than new? Nissan struggled with full-size sales, meaning used Titans often list for thousands less than comparable Silverados, F-150S, or Rams of the same year. Yet reliability and features are competitive, making them hidden bargains. Buying new didn't make sense for many. Buying used does. What to look for? Check for rear axle noise on higher mileage examples. Confirm the transmission fluid has been changed regularly, and make sure electrical accessories work properly. Window regulators and door locks can stick. The V8 itself is stout and generally trouble-free. Bottom line, the Titan is a dark horse pickup that shines used. It's comfortable, powerful, and often overlooked, which means smart buyers can score a well-kept truck for less than its big three counterparts. Number 4. Toyota Tacoma, 2016 to 2021. The Tacoma has become almost a legend in the mid-size space, with a reputation for lasting hundreds of thousands of miles with just routine care. Its 3.5-liter V6 and 6-speed automatic aren't the quickest combo, but they are durable, and Toyota's build quality keeps these trucks solid, even when used hard. Off-road trims like the TRD Off-Road and TRD Pro are serious trail machines, while the SR5 and SR trims make excellent daily drivers. Why it's better used than new? Tacomas are famously slow to change, so buying a lightly used one nets you nearly the same truck as brand new without the price premium. Depreciation is low, but even so, the savings on a few-year-old model are worthwhile. You also avoid the risk of first-year bugs on redesigns. What to look for? The automatic transmission can feel hesitant at times. Make sure shifts are smooth on a test drive. Look closely for frame rust, especially if the truck came from snowy regions. Toyota has had recalls for this in the past. Off-road trims should be checked for abuse, such as bent skid plates or dented lower control arms. Bottom line, a used Tacoma is practically a safe investment. It holds value, works in nearly every environment, and delivers unmatched reliability in the mid-size segment. Number 3. Ram 1500 Classic / 4th Gen, 2017 to 2018, 3.6 V6. Ram kept building the 4th Gen truck as the classic, even after the redesigned Ram 1500 debuted. For buyers, that means plenty of used examples that deliver great comfort, capability, and value. The 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 may not roar like a HEMI, but it's efficient, dependable, and plenty strong for normal hauling and commuting. Inside, Rams of this era are among the most comfortable half-tons with supportive seats and quiet cabins. Why it's better used than new. Once the newer generation arrived, values on these trucks softened. The truth is, the fourth gen is still one of the best full-size trucks for the money, especially when used. You're not giving up capability, you're just skipping some of the high-tech features that, frankly, add cost and complexity without making the truck tougher. What to look for? Check suspension bushings and ball joints, as they can wear faster on trucks with towing duty. Ensure the 8-speed automatic shifts cleanly and smoothly. Rough shifts may signal a fluid change is overdue. Also, inspect the dash and interior trim. Though better than older Rams, some plastics can crack with sun exposure. Bottom line, the classic Ram proves you don't need the latest design to have a truck that's comfortable, capable, and durable. As a used buy, it's one of the most underrated bargains. Number 2, Toyota Tundra, 2010 to 2021, 5.758. If reliability is your North Star, the Toyota Tundra with the 5.7-liter Vive 8 is nearly unmatched. This engine is a workhorse, known for running to 300,000 miles and beyond with basic maintenance. The truck itself is straightforward. Strong frame, simple electronics, and a cabin that, while not the most modern, holds up well. It's also capable, towing figures are excellent, and the truck shrugs off heavy payloads. Why it's better used than new? The 5.7 V8 stayed essentially the same for over a decade. Buying new never got you much more than a higher bill. Used models offer the exact same mechanicals and capability with huge savings. Insurance is cheaper too, and repairs are rare compared to more complex rivals. What to look for? Check for exhaust manifold leaks, a common but fixable issue, and inspect suspension components if the truck is hauled or towed heavily. Gas mileage is thirsty. Don't expect miracles, but the payoff is reliability that borders on legendary. Bottom line, a used Tundra is one of the safest bets in the truck world. It may drink more fuel than others, but it pays back with rock-solid dependability and confidence that few trucks can match. Number 1, GMC Sierra 2500 HD, 2015 to 2019, 6.0 gas. At the top of the list sits the GMC Sierra 2500 HD with the 6.0-liter gas V8. This engine is virtually the same as the Silverados, but GMC versions often came with slightly nicer trims, better interior touches, and more conservative styling. Underneath, it's the same heavy-duty platform, robust frame, strong axles, and suspension built to carry and tow without complaint. Why it's better used than new? GMC's heavy-duty trucks can be staggeringly expensive when new, especially in Denali trim. But on the used market, the 6.0 gas models are a steal compared to their Duramax diesel counterparts. They avoid the complexity, repair bills, and emissions equipment headaches of diesels while still offering tremendous longevity. For many owners, the gas truck is simply more practical, reliable, easier to service, and far more affordable to own. What to look for? Inspect suspension components for play. Ball joints and tie rods take a beating on HD trucks. Check transmission fluid if the truck has towed heavy trailers, and look for rust on brake lines in snowy states. The 6.0 V8 itself is nearly bulletproof, but ensure oil changes have been consistent. Bottom line, the Sierra 2500 HD with the 6.0 is the kind of truck you buy once and keep for decades. Rugged, simple, and dependable, It's one of the best used heavy-duty pickups you can buy. Buying a pickup truck used doesn't mean settling. It often means getting the best version of the truck at the best price. The models on this list prove that reliability, practicality, and capability don't vanish when you skip the showroom floor. In fact, with fewer electronics, proven drivetrains, and years of real-world testing, these trucks often age better than their newer counterparts. Whether you need a daily driver with a bed, a dependable work partner, or a heavy-duty hauler, the used market has gems that balance cost and performance beautifully. The secret isn't chasing the latest and greatest. It's finding the trucks that have already proven they can last, and then letting depreciation do the hard work for you. With the right inspection and maintenance, these pickups will give you years, often decades, of faithful service, all while saving you thousands compared to new.